In a small, forgotten town nestled between dense woods, there was an old antique shop that had seen better days. Dust clung to the shelves, and the air was thick with the smell of aged wood and forgotten memories. Among the assortment of relics, a young woman named Clara stumbled upon an unassuming photograph, its frame intricately carved but tarnished with time. The photograph depicted a family, smiling joyously in front of a quaint cottage. It was dated 1923, and despite its age, the faces looked hauntingly lifelike. Clara felt an immediate connection to the image, as if it whispered secrets only she could hear. Ignoring the shopkeeper's warning about the photograph's dark past, she purchased it, eager to display it in her home. That night, Clara hung the photograph in her living room. As she settled down for the evening, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. The eyes of the family seemed to follow her, their smiles growing more sinister with each passing hour. Days turned into weeks, and strange occurrences began to unfold. Clara found objects in her home rearranged. Shadows flickered at the edge of her vision, and whispers echoed through the halls when she was alone. But the most unsettling change was within her. A heaviness settled in her chest, an anxiety that gnawed at her sanity. Determined to uncover the photograph's history, Clara visited the local library. There, she discovered a chilling tale. The family in the photograph had met a tragic fate. The cottage burned down one fateful night, taking the lives of the parents and their 2 children. Legend had it that their spirits were trapped within the photograph, cursed to seek vengeance on anyone who dared possess it. Feeling a mix of dread and responsibility, Clara rushed home to remove the photograph. As she reached for the frame, a cold wind swept through the room, extinguishing all the lights. Panic surged through her as she fumbled in the darkness, finally wrenching the photograph from the wall. But as she pulled it away, she noticed the family's expressions had changed. No longer were they smiling, their faces twisted in pain and rage. The eyes, once vibrant, were now hollow, pleading for release. Clara's heart raced as she dashed outside, the photograph clutched tightly in her hands. She reached the edge of the woods where the trees loomed like sentinels. With a desperate cry, she hurled the cursed photograph into the depths of the forest. For a moment, all was still. Then a deafening silence enveloped her, followed by the distant sound of children's laughter echoing through the trees. Clara stumbled back, realizing the laughter was not joyous but filled with a haunting sorrow. Days later, the townspeople noticed Clara's absence. They found her home abandoned, the photograph's place on the wall empty, but the chilling laughter still lingered in the air. Some claimed to see shadows moving among the trees, the figures of a family forever trapped in their cursed existence, searching for the one who had dared to disturb their peace. As the years passed, the story of the cursed photograph faded into local legend, a cautionary tale for those who dared to enter the antique shop. But deep in the woods, the laughter continued, and the photograph remained, waiting for its next victim.